Ringside Collectibles, WrestlingFigures.com is proud to be able to bring you the Brodie Lee and -1 in memory of Brodie Lee Ringside Collectibles exclusive. We're going to crack this open and give a shout out to Mr. -1 himself, Brodie Lee Jr. So it was an incredible moment and a great time to be able to present this 2-pack to Brodie Lee Jr. and Amanda, his mom, at Revolution 2022. Ringside Collectibles and Jazwares were in the ring, able to present this directly to Brodie for the first time. His first time even seeing it was just so cool. And Brodie, I gotta tell you, you're a really great dude, man. Anybody that comes across you only has good things to say. You're a great kid, you're very humble, you're very smart. I only got to talk to you for a few minutes, but I'm very happy for you to be able to get your first ever wrestling action figure, and also to be the first ever kid with a wrestling action figure ever in the history of wrestling toys. That's so cool. And your dad was a really special guy to me for a specific reason that I'll tell you right now. One of my first times seeing an independent wrestling show, I went and saw Dragon Gate USA at the old ECW arena, and Brodie Lee debuted that night, and he came out, and I just couldn't believe how huge the guy was. He had his white t-shirt on and those blue jeans, you know, like we knew him to look like on the independent scene, and it was just awesome to see him hop into the ring at Dragon Gate and mow down these guys that were usually very fast and agile, and Brodie was just getting a hold of people and just really putting the boots to them, taking them to work. Make sure you have a look at the packaging here. Here's Brodie and Brodie Lee Jr. packaged together, standing tall, father and son. On the side here, the red and gold TNT championship, a couple of interchangeable Brodie Lee hands, and an interchangeable Brodie Lee Jr. hand. On the other side, a dedication to Brodie and -1, down there looking sharp in a suit. On the back is a photo of AEW's memorial service for Brodie Lee on AEW programming with the entire roster present. Check that out. I'm thankful for your dad to really make me excited about wrestling in a way that at the time, the wrestling on TV wasn't making me excited for it. He's also really special to me because one of his home bases was 2CW in Syracuse, which is a favorite promotion of mine and what I would consider one of my wrestling home bases. So let's go ahead and crack this open and have a close look at both Brodie and Brodie Lee Jr. right here. First accessory is a little itty-bitty interchangeable Brodie Jr. hand. Check that out. And here's some interchangeable Brodie Lee Dark Order hands. And the TNT Championship right here with a red strap, which of course Brodie Lee held very proudly on AEW programming. I have to assume that Brodie Lee Jr. probably wants to hold this championship one day, so I'll be pulling for you. We all will. And check out this amazing -1 figure. Now this is so cool to have in hand. It's got full articulation, those little dude arms, the little dude head sculpt with the little dude hair peeking out in the back here. Check that out. The mask is accurate. There's the -1 in yellow on the back right here. The stitching on it, like the markings, and the purple around the eyes and mouth. Very cool. Also the -1 on his chest right here. Looking jacked, of course. Nice and strong. Clearly eating his vegetables. And we have some white ring pants and black and purple and white -1 knee pads. Very cool. Tall, white and black lace boots. The first ever kid wrestling action figure is just that. A kid and cool. Now check out the Brodie Lee figure. We have a really awesome beard and a really detailed, accurate head sculpt. You can see his bun back here. On the back of his white jacket, there's that Brodie Lee Dark Order symbol. What incredible detail on this jacket. It goes all the way around. You can see the outline of the straps on it. There's molding on those straps, so it's got that real 3D feel. You can see even the studs are molded on the straps right here. And there's the spikes on the shoulders right here, molded of course as well. Now the figure itself, a great accurate body mold, so cool. We have black wrist tape here on the front, that Dark Order eye right in the center of his shirt, and on the back, you guessed it, Dark Order with that symbol right in the center. And it's a gray and black color scheme, which is really cool. And you can also see all the numbers, the Roman numerals marked off. There's 5 for me. And the white trim just really makes this entire figure pop. It's definitely not only accurate, but just like a definitive Brodie Lee figure, right? So we've seen him, like I mentioned before, in the white shirt and the blue jeans, but by the time that Brodie was coming towards the end of his career, he was really coming into his own as the leader of the Dark Order in a way that really just you had to have watched to be able to explain. He was on top of the world with that. He was having some great matches, of course with Cody, of course with so many others, and it's great to have what is essentially a definitive Brodie Lee figure here in a Ringside Collectibles exclusive. And it's even better to have that package with -1. We've seen some amazing figure photography of these two together already. I'm hoping that -1 enjoys all that figure photography when he sees it. Just so great, and looking forward to what -1 has going on in the future, man. I just can't be any happier with this set, and I hope all of you are happy with it as well. Again, we were so happy at Ringside Collectibles, WrestlingFigures.com to be able to not only help with creating this 2-pack of -1 and Brodie Lee, but also to be able to be in the moment of presenting it to -1, and the joy on his face and getting to see it for the first time, and just the excitement of the moment. It was very cool for him, it was very cool for me, and it was very cool for the Ringside Collectibles team. Probably one of the coolest, if not the coolest thing that we've ever been involved with wrestling action figures. So with that in mind, the -1 and Brodie Lee 2-pack AEW Ringside Collectibles exclusive is available at Ringside Collectibles WrestlingFigures.com at the time this video is being shot. So go ahead, head over to Ringside Collectibles WrestlingFigures.com. We have this amazing 2-pack with a definitive look for one of the most memorable wrestlers that we've ever been able to come across in the wrestling business. And it's even more exciting to know what's in store for -1 in the future. What can it be? We'll have to find out. We're all watching your career closely, little buddy. Whatever it is that you decide to do. Really exciting and really great kid. And check out Ringside Collectibles at WrestlingFigures.com, your #1 source for all things wrestling. Check out Ringside Collectibles at WrestlingFigures.com, your #1 source for all things wrestling action figures in the entire universe, and make it all about wrestling.